All right, brand new video and audio, guys. If you've probably been under a rock if you haven't heard of OBS, Cakewalk, and free programs like that. Look, I'm just a brand new beginner myself. I have owned a computer a total of 8 months in my life. I have a Stream Deck, so it makes it easy. I can do stuff like this, you know. I can make scenes like this. I can make scenes like this, like this, for just recording the screen to show y'all whatever you'd like to see. And this. All right, now when you get to OBS, brand new, I'm not going to show you how to download it. Go to YouTube, figure. You need a few skills under your belt, and you're going to realize if you do like me, go straight to YouTube, start learning what the programs are. Boom. They'll tell you get recording, just jump in head first. That's kind of the way to go, but you're gonna find there's a lot of things you got to learn. I mean, you got to learn how to copy and paste. You got to learn uh, how to manage your videos and folders and audio stuff. That just basically those two things. If you do that first, you'll have a lot better grasp. All right, so when you land on OBS, you are gonna have right here where I'm wiggling around, black. That's gonna be nothing. And it might even look like this, the studio mode. It might be, when you land on it, it might look like this. You just hit that studio mode button and it'll bring you to one big screen. Trust me, don't try to figure out what's going on right now. Too bad. Just do what I do. Just trust me. Do what I do. At first, this is going to seem really weird, like, scenes like this, or or scenes like this. They're going to seem really weird. It's really inception-y, and you can move everything around, and it's really all it is it's a screen and a screen and a screen and a screen and a screen. Just like you take two mirrors, because it's recording your screen and it's looking at your screen, it's just giving you that right there. So, what I'm going to teach you is how to do this. Now, I just threw this together. I didn't like record it. This is to a song, but I'm just for air guitar and an air drumming and air bassing. And then this was some video. I took the green screen back in the woods and hung it up in this like entrance to where the rocks open up. And then I could take the image that I have and move it around. I have an image in the background. Let's take a look at this image. Let's shrink it on down where you guys can take a look at it. And I had it blown up where you could, and then here we'll bring it to the top. This is how you bring stuff to the top. You see, all right, all right, I'm going too far. I'm going way too fast. Okay. When you arrive on OBS, you will have black here, you'll have nothing here, you'll have nothing here. But these are your main three things. They've laid it out for you. Once you play around with it just a little bit, you'll understand it real easy. You have to have a scene in order to add sources to. In order to have a video, you got to have a scene. In order to have a scene, you got to have sources. So you start off with making a scene. You'll hit the plus sign. It'll ask you to name the scene. You start off, it just says scene. You'll say, okay, hit okay, and go on. Then, boom, you'll have a scene. Your first scene. It will look something, it'll just be black. You won't have anything quite yet. All right, because you have a scene now, you can step over here and start adding things into your scene. You hit the plus button and you have all these options to add to your scene, and they're just what they sound like. An audio input capture, whatever you're running into your computer, an interface, a USB mic, a set of headphones with a little mic on the side of them, whatever you got, it'll show up when you hit audio input capture. Your devices will show up right here. Everything that you got will show up right there. Okay. So how did we do that again? Let's show you one more time. When you got here, this was just a black screen. This was an empty box, and this was an empty box. All you do is come to the first empty box and hit the plus sign. It'll say, please enter the name of the scene, but it'll name it for you. Scene 1, 2. As you add them, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Very easy stuff. And you say, okay. Now, I'm not going to hit okay just because, boom, I'd be adding a new scene and then it would be blank. There'd be nothing in it. And I'd instantly, just be right back to where I started a few minutes ago. I could hit the pause button, make a new scene, but then we'd be just right back here where we are with a black screen, an empty box, and an empty box. Once more, come in here, hit the plus. It'll ask you, do you want to name it scene? Yeah, you'll hit OK. Then you come to this box and you hit plus and you pick something to add. The first thing you want to add is a video capture device. You want to add a video capture device. And then it'll ask you to name it. Yep, video capture device. Boom, you hit OK. And then boom, you're going to have your camera here. Now, let's see here. Because I got the camera on top, see, whatever's on top is the top layer. See, I can make it disappear and put it under the yeah, I put that media source, which is just a video of mine that I turned into a 360 video, the kind of where you can roll out and turns it into a circle and you can roll around in it. All right, let's bring the video camera back up. See how I did that? Just by clicking on it, whichever one's blue, I can bring it down underneath of the other stuff. All right. So, and now because I'm clicked on it, I can move it around. You can shrink it by grabbing the little nodes here. See the little red the line? If you just grab it, you're moving it. If you grab it directly on one of the little nodes where that comes up, then you can shrink it down. And then you can grab it again and put it where you want. You can shrink it on down and put it over here in the corner, Shrink it down even more if you want. And just that way you're out of the way of your game, you're out of the way, put you wherever your game, would wherever you'd be best, where you wouldn't be messing up your game or somebody else's stats or whatever, how it was working. All right, so let's blow that camera on back up again and put him on back in here. All right, so very simple stuff, and this is it. This is how you do it. There isn't no great big bunch of crazy stuff to it. I mean, there's a lot more to it to be streaming and all. There's a lot more to it in your settings to be streaming, but we're not going to be worried about streaming yet. You just want to be able to make some cool video instead of having to just use your camera. All right, and what this will do, all right, this is your screen recording software. What it lets you do is get in here and all right, so then the first thing we did was add the video camera, and boom, you were there. The second thing we did was add an audio input capture, and that is either the microphone from your computer if you're using your computer's webcam. Let's look at it here. Here, see how here it's got all my devices. So all you would do to add your audio output capture is hit the plus sign, go to audio output capture, hit that, and then when it asks you to pick it, here you'll pick whatever you got. If you don't have nothing, it'll use your microphone from your laptop if you're using a laptop. If you're a PC guy, you more than likely got a set of headphones with a microphone on it. Boom, that'll show up. You pick it, boom, you start using it. Boom, all of a sudden, when you hit that record button over here, you are capturing audio and you're capturing you just like you would on your camera. If you just got your computer, you probably don't know much about that either. I'm the guy to come to when it comes to teaching stuff because I'm only 6 or 8 months ahead of you. I strive hard though. I mean, I live alone. I rented a house 2 years ago to do this. And I mean, I've built a studio you wouldn't believe. You know what I mean? It's hard to see because of the chroma key and all. But I mean, I got dual screens, I got digital drums, I got stacks of amps, I got a 32 track 12 bus board, I got everything there is, you know, beside as far to make music. See, I've been a musician making music on standalone equipment and, hard drives and stuff like that all my life. And I finally decided to make the leap, get a computer, and I'm so glad I did. I wish I'd have done it 10, 15, 20 years ago, but being as I waited so long, I'm glad I didn't do it just 2 or 3 years ago. I'd have had some computer with a spinning disk hard drive and I'd have wore it out in no time. A $200 or $300 laptop from Walmart would have wore out in no time. Nowadays, even if you got a 128 gigabyte SSD, it's still fast as shit. I can boot up and be recording in Cakewalk before a $3,000 MacBook still sitting there and got a damn black screen. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what you can get nowadays. And you can do what you're seeing right now with a $300 laptop, a $25 ONN podcast microphone, and a $40 Logitech webcam, which you can get all from Walmart. And you can do everything you are seeing here. I have a little better. This ain't a better microphone. It just it's very much tighter. I can rock the room and not have it come through. I can use the pod mic to do it, but I got to crank the noise gate up on it. Like, let's see, on our audio output capture. Oh wait a minute, I forgot. Let's close that out. See, this is how you would add filters. You would just click on, right click, go to filters, and then in the box, right click again. It'll ask you to add. You got compressor, expander, gain, invert polarity limiter, noise gate, noise suppression, VST plugins. And I'm going to tell you what, these things just on default work like a charm. Work like a charm, man. Let me tell you. They you can set them. You can crank the noise gate on up to where I'd have to scream in the mic to get it to kick on. With the podcast mic, it's more for doing a podcast. It ain't for having the PA banging behind me. When I got the PA banging in the room and I'm jamming, I like to have, this dynamic mic so it don't pick up any of that. You hear how quiet everything is? I mean, you ain't hearing in the background or nothing. You really don't in my setup anyway, but a lot of people's you would unless except for they're using these OBS tools. When you see people doing all right, so this is what they'd be doing. They're recording their screen. They're like, all right, so this is how you add a scene, and you hit the OK button, just like I've been showing y'all. This is way simpler than it seems at first. At first, you're going to be lost, but just keep coming back to it. Keep coming back to it, and you'll get it. You the things I'm telling you are the things you gotta knock in your head. See, at first I was able to add a scene, and then I was able to get my camera in there, and then I added something else, and I'm like, where'd my camera go? Because I had added something else. I didn't know that whatever's on top is on top and whatever's in the middle is in the middle. I didn't know any of these things. So I'm working. I'm all upset. I'm trying to figure it out. It ain't working. It done blew up. My shit cheap PC done blew up. I mean, all kind of things I've thought learning, man, because I was so computer illiterate. You guys are gonna love this program. This is like a ton of stuff all tangled into one. I mean, look at this. It lets you add all of the an input capture. That's like whatever is coming into your interface, your USB mic, the output capture, whatever's going through, whatever's like coming out of your computer to a good TV, like HDMI. So you got a nice TV, so you can pump the sound up and then have a big screen and your videos look all cool. That's your output capture. Your browser that lets you can go to YouTube, go to Facebook, bring them right in, integrate them right in. Color sources, basically, boom, just add all kind of stuff in the color schemes in the background. Display capture, that's this here. That's your screen. It's capturing your dis- display. Images, boom, self explanatory, just pictures, slideshows. It lets you take a bunch of images and create a show. Media sources, that lets you go in and get your music, your videos, anything you have made or got stored on your computer. Lets you go grab it. Scene, lets you put a scene inside of a scene. Scenes inside of scene, nesting scenes. We'll talk about that later. That's a little bit too much more, right? Texting, boom, lets you put text on the screen. Like you can make us a window, you know. Um, let's see. You can make a window, you know what I mean? And then put text in it. And you know make all these this is like your thumbnail maker, man. This is everything. I mean everything, all them programs, PowerPoint and all that. I mean, I'm not saying it does it as good or whatever. I'm in it, but when see when you've been using a computer all your life, you will understand these programs, but you might not use them. You'd use other stuff. When you're a brand new beginner, or you're like me, you're a musician, has been doing this stuff all, you've been making music all life, you just don't know nothing about a computer. Trust me, $400 and you're in it. Other people that have 4,000 in it, they won't know nothing, that they won't have a clue that you only got $400 involved if you just will follow what I'm doing here. $300 HP laptop with the Ryzen 3 processor in it, a $25 Surf ONN microphone, and then don't just plug it in and go. Oh God, it's so sensitive. It's so loud. It's crushing. People have done bad reviews on them that didn't know. Early guys that didn't know how to go in their sound card and then their sound control board and turn it down. The microphone, you turn it all the way down to zero and then start bringing it up. And I usually end up with it somewhere around between 10 and 15. So, and percent, and that sounds really good. So you get the $25 pod mic, you get the $40 Logitech webcam, and this webcam is rave reviews. Rave reviews. You notice how much closer it is. Most like the C920, which has a little better picture. Everybody said, all the reviews say this one from Walmart, one of the cheapest ones, has the best audio out of any of them. And then it's a cool webcam because it's real close up. Like the C920 looking at me would definitely be at least back here, and this is up here. And I mean, I've looked at all the reviews. I didn't buy this one because it was cheap. They had a $69 one there, but just the field of view and I liked this close up one. I like this close up one. I'd like to have the other one too, to put it in the corner and capture the room the way a little bit more of the room. I like the way this one's close. For just having one cam, I like this one. So I had altogether about $425 because I also spent $50 on a WD terabyte hard drive, an extra hard drive. You need one of those. You don't need it to get started. To get started messing around in this program, you don't need anything but the computer. a- Oh, and one of these. You need one of these so you can look at the YouTube videos. Just ask YouTube, what is OBS? How do I beginner OBS? Maybe you'll even pick my video. Maybe you'll even like and subscribe. If you're a new YouTuber, you understand how desperate you want people to like and subscribe so you can get monetized, so you can maybe start making some money. Well, trust me, when you get good enough, I'm getting there. I know I'm not there yet, but once you get good enough and you start making videos consistently, and you're providing some value, and then you'll get better at providing that value. I'm getting better at it every day. I've been making a little video every night. We're going to reiterate real here. I can't even talk. All right, when you land in OBS, new video editors and video makers, brand new guys. When you land there, you're gonna this what you're gonna see, either this or this. But this'll be blank. This box will be blank and this box will be blank. Don't try to worry about all the things going on. Just understand that you gotta create something here and here to have anything. You gotta create a scene. Just hit the plus button, says you wanna name it scene. Yep, you hit the OK and go on. Boom. You'll have a scene. It'll say scene right here, but you still won't have anything. Come over here in the next box and hit the plus button. That's where you add sources to your scenes. First thing you'll do is a video capture device. You hit the plus sign and it'll take you to your menu and you hit video capture device. Once you do, it'll take you to this menu here and it'll let you choose your device. If you've got a webcam, it'll be there. If you've got a camera, it'll be there. If you've just got your little camera on your laptop, it'll be there. And you hit OK, and boom, hey, you got your camera, you can see your face. Hey, there's me. All right. Now one more thing, then you need some audio. You just hit the plus, you go into audio input capture. And hit OK. You want to name it audio input capture? Sure, hit OK. All right. And then, well, I hit the wrong one. You hit OK, and then as soon as you do, it'll show you this screen. It'll ask you, which one you want. If all you've got is just a set of headphones with a microphone, that's all it'll be here. It'll show it. If you've got a pod mic, it'll show it. If you've got an interface, it will show it and it'll be there. You pick it, you hit OK instead of X. I'm Xing out because I ain't changing my scenes right now because I'm recording for you guys. You hit OK and boom, you'll have your microphone. You might not know it yet. Now you can monitor in some more advanced settings. You can make sure that you got it. You can test, but then it'll be like a little delay, but you'll know you have it. Then you'll turn that back off, and then you just know by coming back and looking at your videos. That's how you'll know if you got sound or not. Then the last thing you'll do is hit plus again, and you will want a display capture. And as soon as you hit display capture, it'll look like this. And you say, oh, you hit OK down here. And boom. The next thing you know, you got this. Now you'll disappear right here. See, as soon now, like when you added that, it put it on top. Don't fear that your camera disappeared. Just click on the display capture and just hit the down button. All you'll have, and because your audio won't get in the way of it, I could bring that display, that video capture device. All right, I'll tell you what, we'll bring the display capture all the way down. And then we'll bring the video capture device under the audio. See, that doesn't affect it. That doesn't affect it at all. I like to have them in the right order, though. There we go. Just like that. Now, like I said, see, if I take the display capture and put it on top, then my camera disappears. Bring it right back down. There's my camera. What you'll be doing, why would you want to do this? Why would you want to do this? Let's see. Let's get me shrunk down a little bit more over here. And I'm out of the frame a little bit. There we go. All right, now, why would you want to do this? Make this scene here so you can do, things like this. You can go into say you're trying to teach somebody, about Microsoft Office tools, you're wanting to show somebody the Microsoft Office tools. You know, boom, boom, this and that. You know, I don't know nothing about it, but you would do that if you wanted to show them. Say you wanted to show them your graphics card settings. You wanted to show them PowerPoint. You wanted to show them Audacity. You wanted to show them Cakewalk. You know, you wanted to just anything you want to do, you can do. You understand what I'm saying? You recording your screen. So I'm showing you how to use OBS right at the moment. Maybe you know, maybe I want to show you how you can use Cakewalk. We'll go to Cakewalk with BandLab for a minute. And you know, so you're describing how to use Cakewalk from BandLab. I hope the sound and all, I hope this ain't, you know, I'm still a beginner, so this could be messing me all up, you know. New project, I like these right here. I'm hoping that the sound is gonna come on through and not get messed up. All right, let's see. Let's give ourselves a little sound here. Let's see if we're getting it through in the DAW. Oh yeah. All right, so we're rolling in the DAW here. I don't know, it might have cut it out in, you know, in the recording. So now let's go back. No, we don't want to keep that saving. So I hope that we're still rolling. I hope that this has been useful to you. And this right here, I just made this 10 minutes before I made this video. How I did it, I made a new scene. I hit the plus sign and I just kept adding media sources, which are my videos. What I did, I took just on my camera, I made a beat that you hear going, this beat right here. Bunch of just crazy shit, me and the microphone. I turn it around, I put it on a sampler so I could flip it around backwards. And then I just lip synced. I grabbed the guitar, didn't even plug it in, got the bass there. I don't even think I plugged it in. The drums aren't turned on. This is just a video. Took the green screen back there and did some fool shit. Just wanting to play around and make this particular video right here. I just wanted to take a bunch of clowns and throw them together because making the song wasn't the part for me. See, people been doing this forever. Hell, they can do all this shit, but making some good music is the hard thing for them. Oh, hell no. I got killer music, and I could prove it. I mean, right now, I like to make loops to jam over. I'm basically working on my own packet of samples and loops that I'm hoping to start marketing. You know, I got all kinds of sounds. Yeah, I got all kinds of music that I'm doing. I've been making music for a long ass time. Woohoo! That was bad. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so this video has been plenty long enough. I'm hoping that you guys have learned a little something so you see what you can do. This here this is an audio input capture. I'm running my interface in, and I got a beat rolling, and an image. We'll click on the image. The image is this is the image here. It's just some picture from Windows, something or another, you know. And I just basically blew it up and put it in the background so I could kind of move it around and give the video a little bit of movement, you know. And then these are all just media sources. These are just my video, like I said. So I made that first beat. Where is it? So I made the beat, and then I just lip synced, guitared and bassed and drummed, and just filmed myself 4 different times. So I'd have 4 different pieces of video, and then just drug them into OBS. Okay, let's click on one of them. 5. All right, that's this one. So each one, it let me resize it. I just took each one and made it about a quarter of the screen. Let's pick this. Which one is this one? You see what I'm saying? I just took each one, placed them on the screen, kind of cool like, and boom, there's your 4 guys jamming in the room. You know what I mean? There's your, there's your 4 guys jamming in the room. Let's see. Let's drag this one on, and there you go. There you go. I like making that little box in the center there, right here, where it kind of comes together and all. It just makes it. I don't know, for some reason it makes it look better. All right. So one more time. When you get here, this box is empty. This box here is empty. This box here is empty. This box here is empty. You hit the plus sign. It asks you to name it. Hit the plus sign. Want to name it scene? Yes. You hit OK. So you'll have a scene in there. You have to add some sources to your scene. Your screen will still be blank. You come over here. You hit the plus sign. You add a video capture device. That's your camera. No matter if all you got is just your little laptop camera. Boom. You add that. When you do, it'll look like this. No, that's the display. The video capture. It'll look like this. It'll ask you, if you've got more cameras, they'll be there. You pick one, you hit OK. Boom. You will have your camera. Behind you will just be whatever, you won't have this display capture going on. Then you'll hit the plus again. You need an audio input capture. That's the microphone from your webcam or the microphone on your laptop or any other thing you have hooked into your computer. It will show up. It will be there. OBS takes control of the normal stuff that's in your computer and just puts it all together for you, is what it does. And then the last thing you will do is add the display capture, and boom, you'll be sitting there looking like this. Now, just remember, as soon as you add that display capture, display capture, it's going to be on top and your camera's going to disappear. Just come over here to leave it on display. That's the last thing you added. Leave it on that and just bring it down one time and it's behind you. And boom, you have audio, you have and you have your display. You can play your game, you can teach, you can do whatever you like. All right, I hope you guys got some really good value from this, and have benefited from me repeating myself over and over again because you're a newbie. I'm Believe me, if you watch this video and you knew all this stuff, then you just wanted to laugh at me because I'm such a goofball. Believe me, if you're a brand new beginner, I think this video helped you. I hope it did. If it did, please like and subscribe. If you're a new video guy, you're going to want people to like and subscribe to you too. Please give me that like and subscribe and help me out. Thank you very much.